All right, man. Well, I want to backtrack a little bit. So you said that you met Nems during the EO Dub days, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What was your first impression of him when you met him?
So I go to EO Dub, and now this is after I already made my impression, and I'm a little bit of a, I'm feeling myself because I walk in there and the host will scream, oh, that was my trademark, still is, but and then the crowd will go, oh, so like they know I'm there, and then I'm like not feeling everybody who's going up, and then they call these two dudes and George Burns and Nems, and they go up there and they repping Coney Island. And to me, I didn't know nothing about Coney Island. I know Brooklyn was gangster, but I didn't know Coney Island was gangster at the time. I just knew that's where the rides were, where my grandmother would take me to play arcade games. You know what I'm saying? And it just sounded funny. And they Coney Island, and when they rapped, I was like, yo, they incredible. They both was incredible to me. And then we went and rapped, and the reception was exactly the same. They was both like, everybody sucks but you. And I was like, everybody sucks but y'all. And we went outside and we started like, yo, look, we live here, Mermaid and Surf, come through tomorrow, or I think it was the following weekend. Let's record, let's make some music. And that's it. I connected with them. I started to go do music, and it was like something I was extremely excited about because they were so dope to me. Like, and then they felt excited about it as well. Like, I don't think, I mean, I think they have said it, but it's like at that time we haven't met anybody mutually as dope. Like I was excited to listen to their stuff, and it's excited to do music, and they felt the same way. Like, yo, they in the illest, and I'm like, nah, you the illest. So that's how I connected, and then I think I have this memory where I think it's like became brothers when there was these two dudes, and I forgot their name, but they was like, their gimmick was like they were homeless, and they might have been really homeless, but there was these two dudes, they looked homeless, they repped being homeless, and then they went on stage and spit their homeless bars. And then they was wilding like mosh pitting in the front, and they bumped into my man George Burns, and then my man George Burns and Nems like stepped to them dudes, and I think they had other dudes. And I came, the homeless dudes, and I came from across the room, and I went to set it off. So when I went to set it off, they backed down. And then that's when Nems and George Burns was like, especially Nems, like, nah, you a real one. Like, he with us. And yeah, and then it became a brotherhood.
So then at that time, he already had the FYL?
Yep, he already had the FYL. Yep.
Okay, so then you end up joining the crew pretty much, right?
And, yeah.
And what was that brotherhood like for you to be a part of that?
It was dope, man. It was really dope, man. I grew to love both of them. It was I would say one of the most exciting times for me rapping. We had a lot going on, a lot of attention. Yeah, it was fun, bro. And this dude, Nems, is just, you already know, the same presence, the same bravado, the same, like what's going on with him now. He was that then. And then my man George Burns just made the chemistry iller because he had the ill beats and the ill hooks. And George Burns is one of the illest MCs I ever heard in my life. So they just made the perfect team. And then adding me into the mix is like, yo, we was out of here. We was gonna be out of here for sure.
For sure, man. One of the memories I have is seeing that footage of you and Nems on stage, right? I think it's like 2006. And that's when you spit the bar, you know, they better hope I don't get my hands on this mic. Because it's
that's like giving
Charles
Manson a yeah. Right, I don't get my hands on a mic because that's like handing Charles Manson a knife. It take one verse to cancel your life. It pack more venom than a tarantula's bite. I can't believe I remember that joint. Yeah.
Well, you actually said that in a battle too. I forgot which battle you said that in too, right?
With Scar Child, yeah.
Right. That's
so
right.
So here's the thing. The only footage that's out there, because when I first became a Christian, I don't know why I got like super religious or paranoid, and I made everybody wipe my battles clean, and I regret it.
That's what I was about to ask you. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't really find a lot of your stuff
Because
online,
I was a
bro.
freaking moron, and I felt like I can get into that explanation. There was I started to write for, at the time, the most popular, biggest Christian, most historic Christian hip hop label, and I felt like a lot of my hooks that I was writing for the artists at the time got rejected, and I can't. There's no way they would get rejected because, like, yo, no shade the dude, my hooks was way better than his. They were like, they were them ones, and they rejected them. And I just think that they just weren't sure about where I stood. The only thing you can find on me at the time was battles. So I was just like, oh, if this is gonna ruin opportunities for me over here, I need to get rid of that stuff that don't matter no more. So that's how I thought, just not thinking it through. And I hit people, yo, could you take that battle down? Could you? And they did, except the only two that you see is the two that just wouldn't respond to me. So yeah, what a freaking jerk off I am. I wish I never did that, but I did. And what was the point of? Oh, I was gonna say. So you see me spit in the same verse. I come from the pre-YouTube era where you could get away with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So no cameras wasn't out. I could come through with the same 10 clip full of battle raps and just leave. And then all of a sudden, what you're seeing is me getting discovered and found out, because now the cameras is coming out, and I'm just like, all right, I can't do this no more. But yeah,
Right.
yeah.